sit your ass down.
You just sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I make 10.
Man, sit your ass down.
Yes! It is this week's Sit Your Ass Down. I have to remind y'all, this is not a time to belittle. This is not a time to shame. This is not a time to kick somebody when they're down. This is a time where we highlight what people may have overstepped, may have gotten lost in their own sauce, may have done too much, may have just earned the right to sit their ass down. Now, first story I want to kick out. This is hands down the epitome of sit your ass down. If there was a mascot for sit your ass down, this story would be it. Because I know we talked a little bit about the NFL in the beginning, but a lot this week, fantasy side, the real side, this was the NFL trade deadline week. And the first sit your ass down go to the Cleveland Browns. Yes, the Cleveland Browns with the NFL trade line. And I'll tell you why they get this award.
Somewhere else with that one.
Let me explain why they get this. It's not even an award. It's an acknowledgement that you need to sit your ass down. Because Cleveland Browns, look, they the shine ain't Deshaun Watson. They the shine ain't doing good. You got rid of fucking Brock Osweiler. You are changing quarterbacks like you change your socks. It's the NFL trade deadline. For the grace of a good God, somehow you convinced the Cincinnati Bengals to give up A.J. McLaren. Now, anyone who knows A.J. McCollum, am I saying his name right? A.J. Fuck it. Anyone who gives up A.J.
Not Green.
No, but in Alabama he was the shit, and when Andy Dalton got hurt, he was the shit for the Bengals. He's someone for the future who will set your team up, right? Great quarterback. He is the exception to the rule. That Alabama, roll tide. What's up, T-Mac? I know you listening. That they don't just produce running backs. They don't just produce wide receivers. They don't just produce linemen. They produce quarterbacks too. AJ is the shit. However, we have a healthy Andy Dalton. We're never going to see him play. The Cleveland Browns, somehow, by the grace of God, convinced their own division rivals to give up a crown jewel of their organization. 5 minutes at 3:55 before the 4 p.m. trade deadline. But these motherfuckers, the Cleveland Browns, was so busy celebrating that they did not answer the phone to accept the trade before the deadline.
That's terrible.
Meaning, AJ stay in Cleveland, you don't get a quarterback. You have the worst of the two Deshaun's. You have Deshaun Kaiser, and you will continue living your life as the shitty Cleveland Browns. This is hands down. Look, I understand. There's some people who listen to me who not exactly down with sports, but let me break this down. You couldn't answer the phone because you was too busy celebrating on the thing that you don't have yet. If there was ever a sit your ass down, this is it. This may be the sit your ass down of the year. This is easily a front runner of sit your ass down of the year. Please, I like giving these to you where you try to save them.
I mean,
Can you?
No, I'm not even gonna try to. Here's the thing:
You know you have important business. Why are you celebrating and the deal is not freaking inked? There's nothing to celebrate. I'm not about to. If I go out to buy a car, okay? If I go to the dealership, before I even do any financing paperwork, I'm telling people I got a brand new 2018 Mercedes. Knowing that I have only test drove this car,
You ain't signed the
I
paperwork.
have not signed no paperwork. I haven't even got my financing information in, and I'm celebrating that I own this car. Okay. Then I go back to the dealership.
Your credit messed up.
Ma'am, we can't approve you for this amount. We're gonna have to put you in a nice PT Cruiser,
Kia Spectra.
Kia Spectra. Or you're just gonna have to drive what you have. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't help you.
You celebrated too early. Nah, I gotta delete all my celebration
Yes, you
photos
do.
off Instagram.
All of that shit.
All my Snapchats, because
All of that shit.
that I told everybody I was gonna get. You cannot. I'm not celebrating nothing until the ink is. It can still be wet, but not if it's not on that paper. I'm not celebrating.
You didn't get no keys. You ain't got no keys.
I ain't got the keys. Mind you, I just test drove this car. I want the car. I've told everybody I got a new car. But my dumb butt celebrated prematurely. Premature.
Man.
What is it? I'm trying to think.
Premature celebration. That's what it is. So, to the entire Cleveland Browns organization, I gotta say it. Man, sit y'all ass down. Next one.
Can it get worse from here?
Oh, yeah. We still in the NFL vein. I didn't think we had to talk about this, but he deserves it. Papa John's. What's his real name? John something.
John.
Whatever. We're not fact checking.
John Smith.
The entire
something.
Papa John's franchise, get this.
He writes on every box.
Papa John's, the owner blames the sagging sales on the NFL anthem protests due to the league leadership. Alright. Papa John's, let me break this shit down. I want to make this plain. You know what? When I was going through a financial crunch, I lived and died on Papa John's pizza. The reason I lived and died on Papa John's pizza is because I was going through a financial crunch, and some of the good stuff I couldn't afford. Just be plain and simple with you. If you whipping 4 or 5 pizzas for $20, yeah, I'm gonna go with Papa John's
ain't
pizza.
Going through a financial crunch.
Your shitty pizza is given to me because you know what I figured out about Papa John's pizza?
What?
Yes, they have shitty pizza, but that garlic butter sauce is so fire. It saves the pizza.
And also, what I judge a good pizza on, can your pizza be good in 3 days after the initial ordering of the pizza?
Okay.
Can it be good? Is good 2 day pizza, good 3 day pizza. Papa John's is only good the first day.
Here's the deal with
Papa John's does not reheat well. It just doesn't.
But here's what he's doing. He's blaming his shit on the NFL protests. So, all right, let's just pretend he's right. Let's pretend he's right. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's Thursday night football, so let's cut that. Friday, Saturday. Why are they failing on those days? Because Pizza Hut is not having a problem. They have commercials during NFL games. Domino's is not having a problem. They have commercials.
Mm-hmm.
You know what happened when Domino's was fucking up?
What?
Domino's revamped their entire menu to say like, oh shit, we are fucking up.
Domino's, good 2-3 day pizza. Yes. Good 2-3 days.
Let's go Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. They kicked out the combo deals.
I like Pizza Hut crust.
Yeah. They did remember you could pick your own crust. You could have the sriracha crunch. You could have
the actual dough, not the flavor.
No, but I'm saying they revamped the menu so you can have whatever crust you want on whatever the pizza you want.
Mm-hmm.
They came out with combo deals. Hey, fuck it. Since we talking about Little Caesars ain't the greatest in the world, but they just said, look, we're gonna own up to being not the greatest, but we're gonna give you these we're gonna give you these pizzas for $5 a pop. You know?
Yeah.
You can't complain about a $5 large pizza. So they corrected the problem. They saw what the problem is, and they corrected that problem, right? Papa John's is not correcting the problem. The problem is you got garbage ass pizza that's being saved by garlic butter sauce.
Garlic butter sauce.
If you could give me garlic butter sauce, and I take my ass to Hungry Howie's,
it's like
we good.
The garlic. Here's the thing. Like me, I'm from Detroit, so I like square pizza. I used to did not like square pizza, but now as I got older, I like Detroit style pizza, which is a square pizza. And not every pizza place does that. So I'm very picky with pizza. Very picky. Like I say, Papa John's is like certain things with Papa John's pizza I thoroughly enjoy. I like the garlic butter sauce. I also like their bacon. Because they use like a thick sliced bacon.
Yeah.
So I like their bacon on a pizza. But
is it worth buying a Papa John's pizza? You make that
this
decision.
Man to sit up and blame the kneeling of athletes on your slow pizza sales, that takes some responsibility. Okay? Take some responsibility.
Look, here's what you had, and I'll be straight with you. I'll be fucking straight with you. You had a kick-ass marketing campaign. You had Peyton Manning, and you had J.J. Watt. Now, I love both. I love J.J. Watt. Peyton Manning, I'm on the fence with. I will recognize his greatness. Now, I didn't exactly root for him. But the problem is with J.J. Watt and Peyton Manning in the last couple years, they've been. Oh, Peyton, he retired. He ain't playing no more. So you could just cross that off the board. Then you got J.J. Watt, who's been dealing with injuries. So you don't see him a lot. So when you not seeing a guy who's advertising your shit, it's like with Derrick Rose. And I hate to put Derrick Rose in this. Derrick Rose came out with shoes. Reeboks. And I think... No, excuse me, Adidas. Were they Adidas or Reebok? No, it was Adidas. They was Adidas. When Derrick Rose came out with those shoes and had an ankle injury, people didn't buy the shoes because it was an ankle injury. So if you are having people in your marketing campaign that I don't see on Sunday, that's going to fuck you over. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, Papa John's, take some goddamn responsibility.
Please. I mean, like I said, if we... Usually we don't just buy one pizza. When we buy pizza, we buy pizza. Pizza usually lasts about 3 days.
Yeah.
Usually. It's supposed to. Because we buy enough. We don't just buy
pizza.
a pizza. Like if it was just for lunch, we're going to get it hot and ready. Even hot and ready.
But that's kind of my point.
But like I said, my biggest beef with Papa John pizza is it does not taste good after the first day.
Papa John's, now sit y'all ass down.
Take responsibility and sit your butt down.
Last and certainly not least. This was a sit your ass down last week. And I just want to... When I do the sit your ass downs, I don't pick on people.
Sure you don't.
But when I do a sit your ass down, a lot of people don't know this. So I break the fourth wall for the group, for the audience, for the people that's listening. People who down with Sam Show Nation. That next week, if I give you a sit your ass down, I check in. I check in on you. Make sure. Hey, I don't know if my humble podcast got to you. Sometimes it does.
He said his humble podcast.
I know. I have on good authority, good sources. What's up, Adrian? I'm just going to throw her out there.
Adrian who?
Not that one.
Oh, thank you.
There's another. I don't want to give her government out there. But on some sources who tell us, hey, sometimes it get to the people and they hear us. You know, fuck, I throw Scott out there too. Scott out there, he didn't. Once again, when we give the sit your ass down, some people hear it, and some people don't like it, but then they take it into account and they start changing their ways, right? Last week, we checked in. I checked in on my man Tyrese. I gave him a sit your ass down.
Oh, Jesus Lord.
So, this week, on Instagram, I checked in. This is the man who said he's going to chill with The Rock. He's going to chill with all the shit. So I guess we have to award Tyrese, sit your ass down, for not only not doing what the fuck you said you was gonna do, you was lying. Now, I'm not doing this to stroke my own ego. We have proof. Let's just go on his Instagram. This is count one. He said he's gonna stop fucking with The Rock.
I understand he's charming. I understand he's got muscles. I understand he keeps orchestrating for random 10-year-olds to wait outside of his trailer with signs that he put in their hands. I understand he uses steroids. At the end of the day, he's a man first, and I'm a man first. And we had a man-to-man, and he went back on his word. And for that, if my daughter don't matter, your daughters are not gonna matter either.
Okay, Tyrese, let me break this down. First of all, you say you're gonna stop beefing with The Rock. How The Rock got caught up in your daughter bullshit, that's a whole nother thing. We will put a pin in that. We will revisit that shit right now. But my man, the whole point is that you're doing too much. You need to sit your ass down. And you didn't do count one. You said this shit was over with the Fast and Furious.
But you still throwing shade though.
Stop. Just stop it. Take your L. If it is an L. I don't even know if it is an L.
It's not even an L. It's
but
like,
now you're going into the world of conspiracy theories, saying my man doing steroids, saying your daughter or my daughter. Look, shut the fuck up. Take the L. Focus on your home life. So we scroll up on Instagram, and this is what we find.
This is all I got. This is all I got. Don't take my baby, okay? I've been away from my baby for 2 months. I just want my baby, and no one's listening because no one's in the courtroom. I'm not doing anything illegal. But I don't want nobody. Oh my God, am I doing something illegal by doing this video, or am I protected by the First Right Amendment or the amendment?
The amendment?
Don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
I watched this video too many times.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Speaking from a child.
How do you break this shit down?
You have never been in the middle of a custody or child support battle. So speaking, I'm a child that has. Okay. If my father,
I like your take on
made a video,
I like your take on it.
I will be looking. I've seen my father tear up. I have seen him weep. I have seen my father be emotional. But Tyrese, you are acting like your skirt is showing, basically. You know when somebody say well, your skirt is showing? Your slip is showing, not skirt, your slip. Do you know what that means, Sam?
I know exactly what that means.
What does that mean, Sam?
Get your shit, daughter.
No. It means you own something.
Yeah.
If somebody say your slip is showing, coke in your nose, something like that.
No, I actually mean when your slip is showing.
No.
All right, here we.
It's like I'm not saying he's on something, but it's some type of chemical imbalance. It has to be because, dude, if you're gonna fight for your daughter, fight for your daughter. You know what you done at this point when you're doing all this overly stuff. If you put it in your child that you love him or her, you're there for them. I know that we may get on Charles, but at the same time, Charles knows he's loved, and if he's away from us, from an extended period of time, God forbid, he knows that we love him.
Let me break this down.
So
I like your
you're
take.
flying banners over her school, bringing attention to. That's for one. Children get embarrassed very quickly. Okay,
especially
that's embarrassing.
In the heat of all of this, before you did this shit.
So if her friends knew nothing was going on, now they're like, "Why is your daddy flying random airplanes over the school?" And and then you go on to say,
I would never want to hang out with you.
You're
again.
wearing this sweatshirt to say Shayla rocks,
which is cool.
It's beautiful. The love you have for your daughter is beautiful, but at the same time, it looks like you're trying to cover up something. Granted, at this point, as of yesterday, the case was thrown out.
I like your take on it. My take on it is way different.
But then you have burnt in the process of all this because you're going through something. That's what I told you. When somebody going through something, sometimes you either have to, you can say your piece about the situation and you pray for them, but sometimes you have to either you back away or you have to go all the way in with them because you don't want them flying off the deep edge. I feel like if that was you, like Tyrese has a wife. He has a whole wife. And I feel like if you were on Instagram crying about your missing daughter or whatever, I'm just going to say you don't have no daughter, do you? That I don't know about.
No, I don't. Okay. Shit, news to me.
If you did, okay? If you had a daughter before we got together and it's a similar situation happened, I would not let you do that. And I'm not saying you need my permission to post stuff on Instagram, but I would have slapped the phone out of your hand. I would have tackled you to the ground like they do if somebody trying to steal something at the mall. I would have literally tackled you to the ground. This is not how you get it.
I like your take on this.
Be cool. Let's pray.
Okay. That's an excellent take on that, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. Now, there's an outside take that says, like, oh, well, when can a man cry? It's not about that. Okay, it's not about that. When you did this and you posted this on Instagram, now it's up for public consumption. Congratulations. I am the fucking public. And since I am now the fucking public, I can now comment on that. If you want to cry, you're like, well, men can't show that they're vulnerable. No,
I think it's beautiful when men are emotional.
No, that's not the case. When you do this for public consumption, because if you want to acknowledge it or not, and quickly you are becoming a private citizen, you are not becoming a public citizen anymore because you doing this are severing relationships.
But
and the fact that you are
people, and you're attacking people
exactly
left and right, people that have nothing to do with whatever The Rock do, however The Rock earns his paycheck, you let that man do. You sit and you shut your mouth and you secure your bag.
Yes.
That means you ink your deal on Fast 9. 35, 412, whatever. Secure your bag. Let that man worry about his bag. Okay? If they do a spinoff of it, whatever, you should want it. That keeps more money in your pocket. But here's
what I'm doing. God, if I'm a director, I'm not fucking with you. Okay, you made a stand that I got to pick between The Rock and you. I'm picking The Rock. I'm picking The Rock.
You was in Transformers. You've done all of these blockbuster freaking movies.
It's the reason why they ain't calling them back, huh?
Now they looking at you like you got a chemical imbalance. I'm not saying that you do or don't, but the people are not going to want to hire you because of them. You have literally, I don't know if anybody has ever blackballed themselves, but
yeah, we're seeing it.
When you attack a top dollar person like The Rock, who is as paid as he is in the box office, it's a reason people are where they are. Yeah, it's a reason why The Rock it's called humble. A slice of humble pie. Be humble. Yes, you were Roman, whoever you was, in freaking Fast, fine and dandy, but secure your bag. Don't worry about nobody else because you the one that got a Benihana in your house. You the one that got a Starbucks in your house. Calm down. You got a cleaner. You got Cardinals to pay. You got $13,000 a month. What more do you want? You got all of this stuff to pay. Secure your freaking bag. Let that man do his movie, and then you come back, freak it out for Fast 3,000, whatever.
Some tell me you was super ready for this shit, but hold on.
I probably was.
Hold on, but
I didn't have notes.
I know. You're making my job a lot easier. But remember, like I said, I check in. So we scroll up on this kid.
Oh, it's more? No.
And then this happened.
Contrary to what some of y'all may believe, I'm actually okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not putting this up to calm people down. If people are having conversations about what's going on in my personal life, my private life has always been private. Do your research. Anybody who's ever been in my life will tell you, I've never seen him cry that way. I've never seen him have a meltdown. I'm not a singer. I'm not an actor. I'm not a producer. I'm not a writer. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a father. Okay? I'm a father, baby. It's a universal theme.
So please, ladies, I love y'all. Our angels wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all. We're clear. But this is not about men versus women. This is men versus liars. So this is my silent protest. Because when you in the hood, you go from chucks, and then when you become successful as a black man, then you start using the real shit, the cohibas.
When you in the hood, you
Hold on, I got this one.
black and
Like, you had a whole diatribe.
Shannon Sharp.
Hold on,
Shannon Sharp.
You got a hard diatribe. So let me break this down. Okay, out of the stuff he named, I am not a singer. I am a producer.
I'm not a producer. He said he's not none of that stuff.
No. I want to go down his list.
Okay.
I am not a singer.
Talking about yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
I am not a singer. I am a producer. I am not an actor. Well, technically I am, but
you actually are.
We will find that out later on.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. Hashtag put a pin in that.
You do have a credit, so
yes, I do. All right, here we go. All the stuff you named outside of producer, but I am also a father and a podcaster, because I am company man, and I am a husband, and I. As much fault as I can find in that, when you talking about something, I'm okay, I'm this, that, and the third, right? I'm also a cigar smoker. Now, he says wearing chucks. That's more your neighborhood than mine, but let me explain. He said when you're in the hood, you wear chucks. Let me tell you something about cohibas. Cohibas are excellent, and I have no problem with cohibas. However, that's not baller status.
It's not.
The ones I got that I'm smoking right now.
Was it a brand cohiba, the black with the
red
writing?
Yes, that's a brand.
They like what? They between 7 and like 15.
No, 7 and 15, depending on what type you buy. That's not baller status. Now the ones I have, that's all the way in the back. Not the Cubans. Excuse me. Sorry. The alleged, not the real ones. They're fake. Air quotes. And
the New Mexicos.
Yeah, there we go.
The New Mexico.
But I also have the Leonas. The Leonas is what ballers wear because the only people who get those are ex-presidents. Sound like ball to me, right?
I would say so.
If I go to, I know a guy. Fuck it, Hill and Hill, Grosse Pointe, Michigan. What's up? I'll give him a shout out. That's where I got mine. Ex-president smoked these. Current, fuck it. I don't know if our current president smokes them. And I know 44 has one. But, you know, he made that promise to Michelle that he couldn't, be smoking. So, who knows? My man, you kick out cigars in response to you having a meltdown. And you had a meltdown. You going through some shit. Yes. You can have a meltdown. But the problem is when you post it on social media
mid meltdown, it becomes disingenuous.
Now it's even if it was genuine, it's subject for public. Even if it is genuine, genuine.
Thank you.
You said disingenuous, and even if it is for real. You put on social media, now it's up for public consumption. And you talk about like, oh, I'm a private person. Not in that moment. You fucked up.
You kind of handed over your
privacy for sympathy.
I feel like I told you. I feel like, again, it becomes disingenuous when people pick up their phones in the middle of personal crisis to vlog it. You know?
If you know what, I would have given him a slide if he was on a reality TV show.
How long have we spent on Tyrese at this point?
I don't care. I want this brother to hear this.
Even a reality TV show was like
no, but hear me out. If it's a reality TV show, right? You caught me in the moment. I didn't make the choice to air that. You know what I'm saying? Someone else made that choice, and I continue to scroll up.
There's more.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
All right, y'all. I'm on my way to court, and I'm just going to ask for y'all to pray for me and my daughter. For everybody that's been reaching out,
I had to change my number because it was just so much toxic, negative energy. When God puts a purpose over your life and he sends you a message, you cannot get caught up in sheep. You cannot get caught up in what everybody's got to say about the choices that you are making to the benefit of your family. And all of the men and my brothers and my family, I love you and I appreciate you, but I want you to remember one thing, one simple thing. As you're calling me to tell me to chill out, as you're calling me and calling everybody who knows me, yo, get him off the internet, he's killing himself. Just remember, my nigga, you still got your kids playing in the background. So it's very easy for you to judge somebody when your circumstances ain't mine.
Now, a part of that I agree with.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
A part of that. But I agree with the people calling you. If this is a private matter, stay your ass off the internet. Make sense?
Yes.
It's truth on both sides. Oh, you have your kids to play. Look, we get it. At this point, it's almost like you're doing it for show.
You're doing it for the sympathy.
You love your daughter.
And when somebody call and check on you,
we checking on you because you on some other shit.
Yeah.
I love my son, but I'm not finna break the internet trying to prove it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna handle my business. And if I'm, like I said last week, if I got one of them shark lawyers on the opposing side seeing me do all this crazy shit, yeah, I'm gonna bring that up. However, you know what?
Everybody handles grief differently, and that is a moment of grief. You know, not knowing when you're gonna see your child again, being allegedly lied on, because I don't know the truth. I'm not in the situation, but that is emotional. That's emotional drain. That is a lot of stuff that send you into those tailspins. A lot of people handle grief differently. You cannot tell somebody how to grieve over a situation.
I can't.
You cannot tell somebody how to feel. So
I can't.
On that, I sympathize with him, but at the same time, you out here looking chemically imbalanced.
My man, you can't stunt in one thing and then come back and say you all together in another. You know what? I don't shut up.
Because if I'm the new wife, I'm looking at you.
Hold on, let me break this down. With him, because I'm a man, last time I checked, I'm still a man, I'm gonna pass this over. I want him to hear this, because I'll hand this off to because he loves the ladies. I'll hand this off to a lady who who will not do our podcast. Who the fuck am I kidding? But gave a very, very, very good letter, good note. It'd almost make me feel like this person would do the podcast, even though I know it's a total no. Made me feel comfortable in the rejection. This is the most comfortable I've felt in the rejection I ever felt. About social media and how you use social media. I'll hand this over to a special message for our hopeful, I want to say soon to be, but I'm praying at this point, guest, Michelle Obama. Michelle, take it away.
Hey, Mixcraft is in trial mode.
Oh,
After the
that's
trial,
the wrong button. That's a wrong button. That was the Mixcraft button, because you don't play that one. You know?
I got you.
All right, let's try it again. Michelle Obama.
When you have a voice, you know, you just can't use it any kind of way. You can't just say what's that. This whole tell it like it is business, that's nonsense. You know, you don't just say what's on your mind. You don't tweet every thought. Most of your first initial thoughts are not worthy of the light of day. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about us all. Tweeting and social media, that is a powerful weapon. It is. You need to think and spell it right and have good grammar, too. At this level, you see how much words matter. But the truth of how much words matter is true for each and every one of us. So you can't just slash and burn up folks just because you think you're right.
All right. Now, granted, she was talking about someone else,
Sure.
but she made a pretty good point. Be responsible in what you put out because you are a public figure. Your words have power, and
Even if you're not a public figure.
It's not just that. You're wondering why people are coming at you and doing these things. Yes, you are going through something, and it sucks. I will be the first one to say I don't know what you're going through. But my man, if you want to stay a private person, you can't bitch when you do stuff in public.
Nope.
So for me, for you, your daughter, her friends, everyone, the judge at this point, Tyrese, I said it last week, I'm gonna say it this week. Sit your ass down.